So Darinda, she asked the other day, how do you balance a sculpture? You got some oddball shape, you want to be able to stand it up on one point. How do you get the darn thing to actually balance? How do you find that point? So I've been working on a rock sculpture, big monster, about 9 foot tall, spins, doing a lot of this balancing thing, believe me. And I thought, okay, well, let's try with this oddball shape. And how would you find the center of this? And how would you find some way to hang this or point this or, what do? Well, you choke. So this is just a piece of cable. It's got a couple of swedges on it to hold the cable together. And at some point in the past, somebody put a couple of clamps on it just to make sure. And what do you do with this? You put one end through the other loop, and now you have what's called a choker. What do you do with a choker? You can take your oddball shape and wrap it up in a choker, and now you've hung that oddball shape. Now you can figure out where bottom is. You don't like it quite like that? Oh, well, it's kind of hanging at an angle like this, and you don't want that. And it's easy enough to just slide the choker just a little bit, rotate your stone around inside there, and now it's hanging the way you want it. And you can do this in any direction this way. You could even do it this way. You could slide that choker a little bit to one side. Remember, you have to move the bottom to correspond. And you can get it to hang pretty much any way you want it, as long as you get a straight line around it with your choker this way. You got a big stone, you got something that just isn't going to want to hang right. What do? This one is a little bit skinnier than this, this cable, but it does the same function. And what you could do is just take another choker and come around from a different angle, and now you could pick it up from two different directions. You could have it pulling to one side and the other, and you could move that odd shape around. You can get it to hang just the way you want it. Well, the bottom, that's the bottom. Whatever part is on the bottom of the piece, that's where you have to mount your post to put your bearing on, to put your pedestal to. That's always going to be at the bottom. You can get this cable down at like Home Depot, at a hardware store, anything like that. The clamps, the swedges, I'm pretty sure they have the clamps there. They might have the swedges also. You can get like a piece of garden hose to cover the cable. That'll help protect your work, and just build it up yourself. Now all you need is something to hang it to, a rope through a tree, a come along hook to the beam in the overhead, something like that. You're in business. So Darinda, I do appreciate you hanging around waiting on this video. I hope it points you in the right direction. Don't forget to pop out to my website and see what's going on out there. I do appreciate you all watching. So Darinda, sometimes I trip over my tongue and the words come out of my ears.